Good.
Thank you.
Really good. Okay. Thank you for taking your time. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. The question is, what was your situation before you meet me? Before you came to see us.
Okay. Well, I had had chronic back pain for many, many, many years, and it was all in my lower back. And over time, it changed. But for several years before I came to see you, I had been seeing another person who did myofascial release.
Mhm.
But what I had found was that I had become very fearful. Instead of like the work was good, but I was afraid of doing anything, and the practitioner that I was seeing, I felt was playing into those fears. So I was doing less, uh,
Oh, okay.
getting a lot of work, but doing less. And I realized at some point that what I what I really didn't need is to expand the fear that I was having, um, on top of the pain that I was having. So
Oh, okay.
that's where I was when I first came to see you.
Oh, okay. Yep. And what kind of problems did you have?
I had lower back pain. I Sometimes I have trouble describing what exactly would go on, but I would have episodes with my back where I would feel like everything was very twisted,
Mm.
and I would have trouble walking because of the pain and doing anything. Like it felt like if I did regular tasks sometimes around my house, um, it would just bring on an episode of back pain. And sometimes I didn't feel better for weeks. Everything would feel twisted and sore, and I don't know. It's easy to explain when I'm in the middle of a.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And what kind of pain was that? Like a sharp pain
um,
or
there were times when it was a short. I had had many years ago a herniated disc, and that kind of nerve pain.
yeah.
Uh, I would have that sometimes. Not as bad by any stretch of the imagination, but that feeling like something was touching like a nerve, and it would be that kind of pain. Other times I just felt like very dysfunctional, like I would almost feel like something was twisted on the right side of my back, and I could see when I looked in the mirror that my body sometimes
Yeah.
would show that.
Oh, okay. And how did this make you feel emotionally? Like,
Yeah, well, as I already mentioned, I felt a lot of fear. Everything seemed to me like a potential um, irritant to my back. So
mm,
it made me feel like I couldn't do anything, because I would end up somehow in one of these episodes, and then it would take me a while to recover. So when I felt good, I worried a lot about not feeling good. And when I
uh,
was
yeah,
feeling good, I felt a lot of pain and worry about how long will this take and when will this ever end.
yeah. All right. And what were the things that you couldn't do because of the pain?
Well, I've stopped doing other than swimming. I've stopped doing most forms of exercise, and I don't carry anything. So, like, I don't carry if it's a small bag of groceries. Yes, if it's anything more than a small bag of groceries, I rarely will take that kind of thing on. So, carrying things, a lot of things that you do every day, I still do it, but I've been easing back into it. But I avoid a lot of day-to-day tasks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. And how do you feel when you cannot do those things?
I feel I feel and have felt before hopeless, frustrated,
Yeah. Mm.
and I sometimes angry at myself. Like maybe I am doing something, or I did something, or I didn't do something, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of feelings.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Usually, yeah. We think we ourselves we are the problem, right? That
Yes,
we're doing wrong things. Yeah.
yes,
But that's how it is.
yes.
And what have you tried before you came to see me? Or the other therapies that you tried?
I have tried so many things. I mean, I've done I've done myofascial release. I've done very traditional physical therapy, Pilates. I've done different kinds of body work, which I can't remember the names now. At one time, I saw Dr. John Sarno, who wrote the books on back pain, and I followed his program for a while, and then I had so much pain after a while that I stopped
Oh,
doing that. So there's been numerous things I've done over the years.
but nothing was really working.
No, I mean, things would work for a short time. And
Yeah. But why do you think they didn't work?
um, it's a good question. It's I don't know, actually. I mean, some of it is me. I mean, some of it is getting me past my fear.
The fear, yeah.
And that wasn't really happening. I wasn't getting past my fear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
There's other reasons, but I mean, it's some of it, I really don't know what's going on in there. That's the $1,000,000 question.
and you always thought that it's gonna get worse and worse, right? That's your feelings or your thoughts.
I'm always afraid. And I have, on some level, because I do so much less now, I have gotten worse in the sense that my life has been compromised a lot. I mean, in the back of my mind, what drove me to continue to look for somebody to get better with was also this feeling like I could get better. But on a day-to-day level, I felt worried that I would never get better.
Yeah, that's why do you think it's never gonna be better or it's gonna be worse?
What'd you say?
Why you think that? Why you think it's gonna be worse or never gonna get better?
Because it's been going
That's
on
what
for a long
you think. Okay.
time.
And do you feel that anything changed? A little change, some?
From seeing you.
Yes.
Yes, this is the interesting thing. I I feel like the big thing is that I was very much in a downward spiral of eliminating things from my life. So if and I was this is something that I feel like the person that I saw before, sorry about that. The person that I saw before, it would tell me, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And when I started coming to you, there was a lightness about you that was, you had a very gentle way of saying, um, try it. Like if I said, if I said, well, I did this and my back hurts, should I do it again? You would say, try it. Whereas in the past, I think the message I was getting was, don't do it again. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And because I was so afraid, that was not really working for me.
Mhm.
And so now I do have you kind of, besides the work itself, which I feel is really good,
Mhm.
there's that aspect of the fear which you are managing, and you do it not, I don't want to be pushed by somebody because that will also not work,
Yeah.
but you have a very gentle way of telling me that you have faith in my ability to heal and that I am very much a partner in that it is not going to come from your hands into me and I'll be healed,
Mhm.
that we are both doing this together. And you are very strong with that message. And that's a message that I needed because I had in many ways given up on myself, and I need to be present for my healing.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was, other than talking about it and obsessing about it.
Mhm.
But so what's changed is that I've just started to believe that I can do more, I should do more.
Mhm.
And it's slow for me because it's been a lot of years of,
Yes, I understand that.
but
Yeah.
but that's great. I mean, that's great news to me.
Okay, I'm happy. And what happened when the first meeting that we had at Southwest?
you know, um, sorry
Yes.
to say, my memory's not great, and so I don't remember the first. I mean, I remember that just generally speaking, it felt comfortable, and I have a lot of fear around. I have gotten hurt in a lot of different situations with people that I know were good, but I got hurt anyway. So
Mhm.
I do remember feeling early on that I didn't think you would do something to hurt me, which is saying a lot for me
Mhm.
because someone that's gonna, I actually will like let you show me, like you'll say, put your hand against my leg and say push against it. I've hated doing that for years, but I do it with you because I know you, and so I do some things now that I just wouldn't do before because somebody would tell me to do it and I'd be like, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
And so I don't know if it was the first meeting, but I did feel early on that I would be okay
yeah.
or
Okay.
could down a bad road.
Mhm. And when did you realize and why was this was the solution that working with me that you can be getting some help that you didn't get before?
I mean, I when did I realize? I mean, it's a back and forth for me because in the beginning I felt better and then I got worried and I just think it's kind of happened over time where I feel like where I look sometimes you don't always realize when you're feeling better.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know,
Remember I told you that?
yeah, yeah, because it's normal to feel better, right? But
Yeah.
sometimes when I look at things, I think, oh, I haven't had an episode in, X amount of weeks, like,
Mm.
and so things are getting better. Um, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I realize it a little bit more all the time, and it didn't happen all at once, and it's not finished yet.
Yeah,
I,
no, it's
I have
a
a ways to go, I have a ways to go in what I achieve and believe, and but I'm continuing to do this.
very good. And on a scale from 1 to 0, Joyce, like one is like my treatment didn't work at all, or 10 that would be the best treatment that you ever had. How much would you rate it?
I mean, listen, this has been
You can
working.
be honest.
It seems no, I mean, I find it hard to give a number, and you know, and also I am just not a person who gives a 10 to anything. So
Okay.
just, but I'd say, and I said we're not finished yet. I would
Yeah.
say
Mhm.
I would say a very strong, you know, 8, 8.5, but that's me.
Mhm.
If
No,
you asked him the same question for the exact same thing, he'd say 15.
okay.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm
we're in our way.
I like praise, but
Yeah. All right.
I don't think it can be quantified, honestly, because it's worth everything, right? So
Yeah.
it's worth everything, but you know,
Yeah, no, I understand. And why would you recommend sideways myofascial release?
um, I would recommend it because I am a very tough consumer. Um, and
I know.
yeah, I'm a very tough consumer, and for me to say something is good, and for me to say something works, it's saying a lot because I'm very quick to criticize. I'm
Mhm.
very quick to point out what's wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at everything all the time. So, I mean, if I recommend you, then, you know, then then you've passed a lot of tests, and
That's a life test.
it's true. I'm a critic, and I recommend it because I just feel like it's something that really works. I feel like you're very talented and it's on many levels. It's great hands, and then it's the supporting me where I am, where I need to go and doing it gently. Maybe you're a little more aggressive with someone else who needs it, but like for me, I need it to be really gentle and that's how you kind of manage me. And I really appreciate that. And I couldn't have just done it if it was just you're gonna, press here and press there, and then I'm gonna get up. I
Oh,
couldn't have,
yes.
that I don't think that would actually get me.
Because it's not me. I wish I could do it. I wish I could touch you and make you feel good, but it's not the way. It's a
Right.
partnership.
It's a partnership, and you're a good part. You've been a great partner, I have to say.
Okay.
And I keep back, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I keep coming back because I feel better, you know, and I feel that there's a good to come.
All right, very good. And thank you. Thank you very, very much for your time, your kind words. And it's a pleasure working with you. It is.
Thank you, and great respect for you, and thank you. So
Okay.
see you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.